I think nurses in every area are incredibly important. They are the eyes and ears of their doctors.
It's never the same each day, and something that I look forward to every time I come into work.
24/7, just accepting people coming in the door and looking after them on their best days, worst days, and all of the above in between.
In ED, we see the patient at their most vulnerable. They often have no family members present with them when they first come in. They may or may not be able to speak, depending on what's wrong with them. And we are their advocate. So my name is Helen Gubbles, and I am a clinical nurse specialist, quick care RN, and I've been in the emergency department at the Alfred for 27 years. I didn't always start off as an emergency nurse. I think I was a general nurse for 12 years before that, so I've been nursing for 39 years. But I trained at the Alfred, so I got to see the emergency department from an early stage in my career, always had an affinity to it. And so after I started having children and I didn't really want to do any more ward nursing, I was an ANUM up on the wards, I decided I wanted to go back to ED, continue my learning and continue what I was probably more passionate about at that stage, which was emergency nursing. So it was a while ago, but still like it, so that's good.
I think just after my graduate year, I was looking around and my options were to apply for a role as a cardiac nurse or emergency. Those were the two options available, and I've decided to look into emergency because I was curious about as to what emergency nursing was about, and ever since I started and up to now, like I never really looked back, and I feel like this is home to me and this is the place that I really enjoy working each and every day. My name is Mark Marquez, and my role here at Alfred Health is a clinical nurse educator, and I've worked at the Alfred Health for 15 years. On average, if I was working clinically on the floor, I'd be supporting a variety of staff from different levels of skill and expertise. Nurses really spend a lot more time by the bedside with the patients, and just looking at the care and following through that care from the time that they presented from the streaming window all the way to them discharging out of the emergency department. A lot of that care and support is provided by emergency nurses all the way.
You have to realise that most people in the emergency department is not part of their planned day. It's not where they thought they'd be that day. So most people are frightened, they're distressed about themselves or their family members, and it's just having a bit of compassion and awareness about that. My name's Ciara. I'm one of the associate nurse managers in the Alfred Emergency and Trauma Centre, and I've been an emergency nurse for about 8 years now. As part of my nurse training, we did 2 weeks in emergency. While I always enjoyed watching ER and Grey's Anatomy growing up, it was those 2 weeks exposure during when I was training just made me realise I just love having an 18-year-old and a 99-year-old in the beds next to each other. I love the huge range of people, and that's what's always driven me to it. I don't like one part of nursing, I like all of it, all the different specialties. And I suppose the friendships you make with ED nurses, they're friendships that last for life. They're a hardy bunch, and you go through a lot together, so I think friendships formed are usually very strong.